Okay, let's go ahead and go over this then. So, for number one, you guys can see this all good, right?
Yep.
We're all good? Right. Number one, it gives you this polygon and it wants you to name what it is and how many vertices it has. So let's start with, what is it?
It's a hexagon.
It's a hexagon. How do you know it's a hexagon?
Shape.
It has 6 sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah. When you have 6 sides, it's called a hexagon because hexa means 6. So this is a hexagon. How do you know how many vertices there are?
You count the angles.
Teacher, please excuse the interruption. If you would send down your track suits now, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Charlie. Get your desk cleaned up and good luck at your track meet.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Okay, so as we were saying, the vertices are the corners, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, I say 4, 5, 6. 6 vertices, 6 corners, right? Awesome. Hexagon has 6 sides, also 6 vertices. Good job.
That was correct.
Number 2, we're finding the surface area. I'm going to call it SA for short. To find the surface area, it's like taking a 3D shape, right? Like a box. This is not a very good box, but like a 3D shape that's a box, and you need to find how much area is on all sides. So this one is already flat and in a net. It's a net of a 3D shape. How do I find the surface area? What do I need to do?
You have to add up the shapes. Well, actually, first you have to name what. So, like, if the name how much the sides are. So, on the top of the 8 here, there will be 8 here all the way down.
Good. We need to figure out the correct dimensions and find the area of all 6 of these rectangles. So our first one, we have a base and a height of 4 and 8. How do I find the area of this one?
You'd have to
Multiply. 4 times 8 equals
32.
32. So this shape is 32.
And then if that's 32, then the one that's the same size as this is 32.
That's good. Yeah. So if this one is 32 and we know it's a 4 by 8, is there another 4 by 8 rectangle?
The third one.
This one is also 4 by 8, so it's also 32. The same shape, so it's the same area, right? What about this middle one? We have
It's 8 times 6.
8 times 6, which is
48.
48.
And then the last one is 48.
Good. If this one's 48, then this one is also an 8 by 6 is 48 as well. So we have all the middle ones. What about the sides that fold up?
Well, you have to find the surface area of the other side.
Yeah, we got to find the area. So we know that this is 4. How tall is it?
6.
6. How do you know it's 6?
Because if you look on the right one.
Because the crossover here is 6 and it's the same all the way across. So this is 4 times 6, which is
42 or 24.
24. Good. So if this side is 24, then does this side mean it's 24?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same one. So we have all of our areas.
What if you had a shape that didn't have letters like that and it didn't have the same like length in each shape?
Then it would not be a rectangular prism.
It would be.
And you'd have to find the surface area a different way. Yeah. So now that I have all of my areas, what do I do with them?
You have to add all of them.
Add them all up.
I
So
add them up in there first and then
we got 32, 24, 48, 24, 32, 48. Got to add all those up. I don't like adding like this. I'm going to do it differently.
add them up in the thing. Because the 32 plus 32 is 48.
Yeah, I like to take the two that are the same and add them. So 24 and 24 is 48.
Then 60,
32 and 32 is 64.
and then
40 and 48 is 98.
6.
Much smaller numbers to add. This is 18, carrier 1, 208.
I got it right.
Anybody get that?
I just have to what it was.
This is centimeters squared. So when you find the areas of all the different ones, add them all up, you get 208 centimeters squared. I have a feeling something like this is on your AZM too. So maybe practice surface area because this will definitely be on there, okay? All right, number 3, we have -8 plus -10. When you have two negatives together and you're adding, what do?
Negative 10 is almost like the
That's pretty much what you do. If it's the same sign, so if you have two negatives or two positives, right? If you add two positives together, they just stay positive. If you add two negatives together, they just stay negative, and you add the numbers. So this is 8 plus 10, which is 18, and it's negative, so it's a negative 18. So you just add them, keep the sign, okay? You could also do it as a number line if you want to. We start at negative 8. And if we were to add a negative 10, you start at negative 8 and go backwards 10. So you would do it 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you would end up at negative 18 if you counted it out. So on the AZM2, you might not, well, in class, you can't see the number line that I usually have here, right? It's covered. It will stay covered for the AZM2. But you can always draw your own number lines to do this stuff. That's allowed. Use whatever resources you can think of, right? All right, next one. X equals 9, and we need to plug in 9 everywhere we see X, and then just do order of operations. So we're going to replace this X with what? 9. 9 minus 8 plus 2. What do I replace this X with? 9 plus 5. Now we need to do order of operations. PEMDAS. Do we see parentheses?
Yeah.
Yep. We can do two at the same time, technically. They're not together.
Yeah.
So what's 9 minus 8? 1 plus 2 times, what's 9 plus 5? 14. Okay, we did parentheses. What about exponents? Nope. What about multiplication or division? Yeah, what's multiplying here? 2 times 14. What is 2 times 14? 28. And all we have left is addition. What is 1 plus 28? 29. There's our answer. When you plug in 9, you should get 29. How'd you guys do on that one?
Good.
Good. All right. Last one. We need to plot these points, and then
There were 3 points.
they're right there. Oh, there were 4?
Yeah.
Did I miss
the other
one?
one was 5-3.
Yeah. 5, 3, 8, 3, 8, 7, 5, 7. So I missed the 5, 3. Thank you. 5, 3. Okay, so we have 4 points. Let's plot them and name our polygon. So 5, 3 means we start at 0, 0. Do I go up 5 and over 3?
Yeah.
Or
no, you go right.
Good.
5 up 3.
Good. I did that backwards, right? So I got to go over 5, up 3.
Always
stand in
goes
front of
first.
That's about there. 5, 3. Okay. What about 8, 3?
It goes the same thing. Pretty much.
Over 8, up 3. It's about here. Okay. 8, 7.
Goes up 8, then wait,
Up.
side left 8, right 8.
Good.
Up 7.
Over 8, up 7 is about there. And 5, 7?
It is the same as
Good. Over 5, up 7 is about here. And then we're going to connect the lines. And we need to decide what type of polygon this is.
square.
A square. Why do you say square?
Well, no, you don't have 4 sides.
It has 4 sides, but so does a rectangle. So how do I know the difference between a square and a rectangle?
Well, a rectangle is longer, and it has 2 parallel lines.
Okay. So a square, all sides have to be the same length. A rectangle, 2 of the sides are the same and the other 2 are the same, right? They're not all the same. So this one has 1, 2, 3. This is a 3. What about up? We have 1, 2. I can't do it from this side. 3 to 7. How many spots is this?
It is
What's the distance?
3.
So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, no, 4.
And 4. It may look kind of like a square,
I,
but is that a square?
No.
No, what is it? Rectangle. So again, probably on your AZM2, knowing the difference between a square and a rectangle, if it asks you to draw something and tell you it's a rectangle or a square, make sure you count up the sides. It makes a difference, right? Just because it may look like a square doesn't mean it is one, right? So keep that in mind when you're doing your AZM2 and all that good fun stuff. So our assignment for today did post.
We got a notification that it did.
Yeah, my phone notifies me when I post it.
Oh, yay.
So today we're doing a review. There's quite a few questions on it, but it's all about graphing and equations and tables and filling out some tables and things like that. So,
Are we gonna finish the whole thing?
I think you guys have plenty of time. You guys are going to work on it on your own. It's a review for your test tomorrow. It starts off easier where you're plotting points, and then it progressively gets harder where you're going to write some equations and make some tables and stuff from it. So down on math, you should have an assignment called Equations, Graphs, Tables, Review. That is your assignment for today. This is a graded assignment. Take your time. Don't just click through and put random numbers because you want to get it done. Take your time. Do your best on it. I'm glad it asks for your name because I couldn't remember if I did that or not.
Wait, you
So-
created this one?
No, but I had to add whether or not you needed your name or not. I couldn't remember if I did. So your goal is to work on this and complete it. This is your assignment for the day. Holler if you need help on it. Good luck. Go. I'm going to stop our recording because I don't need to record us working. But those of you online, once you finish up and get it turned in, you are good.